and then we went to England, and they're using Dunlop, I think heavy duty, or the men's balls.
For the women's tournament.
Yeah, and I was like trying to hit the forehand. It wouldn't go past the service line.
It's a serious ball. That
Yeah. And then like I practiced one day, and my shoulder was like so sore.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Changeover podcast. We are in Pompano Beach at training. We have Evan back, a fan favorite Evan back. People's been asking when next is Evan going to be back. He's finally here. And then we also have Amy, Evan's sister, also plays on the tour. Amy, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, let's start today with some of the, I guess, drama or politics that was happening in on tour. So I think one of the issues people have been talking about recently was the balls. So, yo, you so immature, dog.
What?
Never mind. So about the tennis balls, so they were having issues with the speed, saying that, you know, it's causing some wrist pain or shoulder pain.
Wrist,
and that
shoulder,
sort of stuff.
elbow.
I had wrist
You had pain
this year.
I always have elbow pain, so I'm gonna blame the balls too. I'll just jump on the bandwagon and blame the balls too. But y'all think what do you think they can do better? I guess because we are used to on the Futures tour, and I guess Evan played quite a bit of challenges of changing balls all the time, like using different balls. So do you think it's actually a thing where the different balls, like the more fluffy or the more light or more heavy or just different kind of balls causes issues on the body?
For sure. And especially with the surface you're playing on too. So like if you're playing with a heavy ball like the Dunlop ATP ball on a slow court, and if you're playing in Futures with that ball, it's even worse because the ball's going to get old. It's not going to move anywhere, so you feel like you hit the ball harder. It's going to cause more strain on the body. But in the ATP tour, I can't really speak for that. I've played some challenges this year. I didn't use that ball. I don't think at all. I think in the US, I played with the US Open ball. And I think in Dominican, I played with Technifiber. So I don't think I had much time with that ball. I actually did use that ball in Peru, and it was tough, especially when it got wet. It was very heavy. So
Is that the one we trained with today?
Yeah. The ball gets very heavy, especially when it's new. It's pretty light, from my feeling, but within 2-3 games, it fluffs up quite a bit, and I think it can be pretty tough on the arm.
But I wonder if the issue is that specific ball or like just changing of balls, because they don't use that ball throughout everything.
I think it's changing because for women, like we usually use the regular duty. And I remember, I think last year or 2 years ago, I went to England to play indoors, and we were using US Open in US, and then we went to England, and they're using Dunlop, I think heavy duty, or the men's balls.
For the women's tournament.
Yeah, and I was like trying to hit the forehand. It wouldn't go past the service line.
It's a serious ball.
Yeah. And then like I practiced one day, and my shoulder was like so sore.
And what was your ball change in the tournament?
Qualies 25 doesn't have ball change.
Oh, you don't change balls at all?
First round, yeah. No, yeah.
That makes sense, true.
Yeah. So
rough.
I was like, I like to hit spin on the ball, so the ball's just spinning up, and the girl I'm playing is just absolutely destroying the ball, just slapping the ball down. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't get it past the service line.
What's your favorite ball to use?
I do like US Open.
Yeah, me too.
It just feels like it feels nice off the strings.
Yeah, but I think I'm a bad gauge of what's heavy and what's light. Like I don't know how to gauge.
You're just serving way too big. You can't tell.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
Then you just don't let the ball bounce, just volley it out there.
I heard that in the US, like the girls are also switching to heavy duty US Open, but I don't know if that's true.
And what's the reason for that, you know?
I don't know. Someone told me they switch rackets because they're just gonna start using heavy duty balls, so she switch rackets. So
Well, why the racket?
Interesting.
I don't know.
Not
I
the
don't know.
string?
Pop.
Yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, that's what she told me. I don't know. Cause
Who said that?
you want me to name? You want me to name names? But I'm pretty sure U.S. Open women's, didn't they use heavy duty at U.S. Open or not?
I don't know.
I wasn't there.
Oh.
I didn't play.
Me neither. I wouldn't know. I don't know, but yeah, that's just what I heard.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's that much about the specific ball. Maybe just the change in a ball.
change,
If
I think.
like I think
Week
it
to
would
week,
be
yeah.
okay if they use that ball, but they only use that ball.
They
you know,
change
so
a lot on the ATP tour, the ball.
I feel so. Yeah, don't they?
I think that's one of
Like
the
different tournaments have
main
different sponsors.
concerns that people bring up is that since the balls change so much, their body like is not used to it. So
Exactly.
if
Oh, really?
it's week by week.
I
I don't
thought it
know
was the
how
same.
much it changes, but it might have been Fritz who said this. I don't know. He said like 3 weeks in a row he played with 3 different balls and he was like feeling
Ah.
it physically. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played
So-
in Cancun once, 4 weeks, 4 different balls.
What's
in
the
same
point of
place.
what's the point of an ATP official ball if they don't use it?
I think they use it majority, but I believe that,
for money,
for example, the slams are not like ATP doesn't own the slams, so
Yeah.
I guess they can do what they want at the slams. Because I remember back in the day, the Australian Open used to be sponsored by Wilson, so they would just have only Wilson.
Mhm.
But then US Open would have Wilson US Open, which is a different ball.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we are getting ready to play the PanAm Games next week or week after next. Evan's first time playing the PanAm Games. You excited
yeah, I'm super excited
for the USA?
Yeah, for the US of A. Jody and Justin have told me a little bit about it, and they said it's super hype, super
Yeah.
fun. So yeah.
For
I'm
those of you
excited.
who don't know, it's basically in the Olympic calendar, it's the year before the Olympics usually, and it's just for the Americas region. So North America, Central America, and the Caribbean, and South America, and all the countries go. And I guess you get in based off of your ranking. So I barely snuck in. I think Justin was like in the middle somewhere, and
What's the
Evan
draw size?
48.
40.
So it's gonna be a 48 draw, and the winner goes to the Olympics next year as long as you're inside 400. So pretty exciting for a lot of people. Opportunity to qualify for the Olympics.
But
It's-
not for the American players. No?
I don't think for the Americans they meet their quota already.
Yeah, they already have 4
Yeah.
players, and
So you're just playing for the vibes.
Yeah,
the
for the
experience.
vibes. Yeah, just,
Good
just here for the
experience, yeah.
vibes.
Mini Olympics.
No, it's fun. Last time was in Lima, and yeah, just playing in front of like decently packed crowds, like cheering. Like Justin played in front of a full stadium in Peru.
Yeah, I played a
against-
Peruvian in the first round.
Was it the same place the Challenger was recently?
No,
Oh,
different
different.
site. But yeah, it was like felt like a circular arena,
Like a bowl?
Like a bowl.
kinda,
Yeah.
and like it was full, and
Wow.
they were chanting on every changeover,
Yeah.
in between points. They were singing songs. I was singing along with them once I caught the lyrics. I actually won that match, so that was a fun environment to play in for sure, and it's nice for us too, who mainly have played futures in our careers. I feel like it's a real event. Like you come in, there's like a players area, you have the credentials, and it's actually people who come to watch, like real fans, and yeah, I look forward to it again this year.
And the atmosphere is a
fun.
little bit different because you're playing for your country. So, for example, I played Tabilo in Peru, but he's from Chile. So, like, and this was second round, so not a big match. I was on one of the outside courts, but let's say they had like a small stand, but the stand was full of Chileans, like chanting their,
Yeah.
like the Chilean chants and stuff. So the atmosphere was fun. So, I mean, like his too, like when he was playing that match, I was actually leaving, and I was on the outside of the facility hearing the stadium court
Oh,
like
yeah.
go crazy. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So
I think it's cool how there's also other sports. It's not just tennis. Yeah. So. I
yeah,
don't know.
last time I got to go watch boxing. But you meet so many people. Like you meet people from different sports. Because also a thing at these games is to trade pins. So I guess
Oh.
they're gonna give you a bunch of USA pins, and you have to go. Well, not you don't have to go, but this is what people do. They go around, they trade
Like
pins with
collect.
different countries. Yeah, and you put it on the
Yeah,
on the
lanyard thing.
credential. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Tactically as well.
Yeah, it's tactic.
Uh,
Meet a lot of people.
uh,
No, but it's funny because Antigua is one of the smallest countries. There's gonna be less than 10 athletes there. So Antigua is one of the most valuable pins. So I have to like pick and choose. You know, it's like, oh, sorry, I already have a USA pin. You know?
But that's a good.
Yeah. I've done that. I've traded for other pins. You know,
Yeah.
tactical.
And you staying in the village or no?
I don't think the U.S. team is staying in the village. I think we're staying at some hotel.
Will you go in at any point?
Yeah, I think so. For like we'll be there for the opening ceremony. We'll go to the village first and
Okay.
go opening ceremony. Maybe come back to the village, but I'm not sure.
Do they have like a suit or something you guys all have to wear?
like a tracksuit? Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, tracksuit.
Uniform.
Yeah,
It's
uniform.
fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I was the flag bearer
Oh,
when I
yeah?
went last time. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be the flag bearer, but I missed my flight. I think it was like delayed or
no.
something. But then when I got in, and the Antigua team had like a red suit because of our flag, and my red suit went So yeah, but I'm gonna miss the opening ceremony this time, but it's all good. Like
I think it's on Friday.
That's what I thought.
Oh, it's Friday?
Yeah,
It's on
that's what I
Friday.
thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll be there then.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's on
Um,
Friday.
So, what about this comment now about the Olympics? Do you want to read this one? Anyone?
Evan.
This is you.
Moratoglu,
Yeah.
the coach, the famous coach, said there's no real connection between tennis and the Olympics, and a lot of players don't feel that it's an important event.
I thought Amy said that.
We had a huge discussion
Okay,
last night
no.
about this quote. So
No,
we
no,
like
no.
Amy
Don't
came
backtrack
in.
now.
Amy
came
hates
in-
the Olympics.
No, I don't.
She thinks it doesn't matter at no,
Oh my god. No, I'm comparing it to like track and field and gymnastics. Like this is their thing. Like you train 4 years. I think they'll obviously have meets and stuff before, but like they're training 4 years for this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think tennis players are training 4 years to play the Olympics.
I think it's not. You can't compare it specifically to a slam because
Or like
You're
let's
playing
say
for your
the
country,
Olympics
so
is
they-
done, right? And
I think
then-
it's more emotional.
Yeah,
Like, players
okay.
are more emotional about the Olympics,
fine.
about winning the
yeah.
Olympics. Okay, but this quote is not because they said that they don't feel it's an important event. That's not true. Because
yeah.
maybe they don't.
Sure, it's important.
Even if they prioritize.
sure.
No, it is.
No, if they prioritize the slams and whatever, but it's still an important event. Like I don't think people are missing out on the Olympics. They're not gonna want to miss out on the Olympics.
I
Yeah.
think he said there's no history between tennis and the Olympics, or it's not long
No
enough or something.
connection or
Well,
something.
when was tennis added to the Olympics?
I don't know, but I just know that all the legends play the Olympics and they all want to win very bad. Like we were watching clips not clips, but even full matches yesterday of like Delpo and Djokovic playing and Federer playing and everybody crying and like super emotional, more so than even when they lose or win in Grand Slams. I think
Stan and Fed in doubles.
Yeah, like when does Federer ever play doubles and care about it?
That's true.
Like
How
I
many
feel
Olympics?
Like don't roll your eyes like that.
Evan, how many Olympics has Andy Murray won? Trivia.
2?
My man.
What a guess.
Yeah, I knew it.
No, yeah. So
No, I think it's a big deal.
I'm just comparing it to Grand Slams. I just feel like a lot of people would, if you were to pick one, probably win a Grand Slam.
yeah, I think it depends on where you're from. Also, like maybe if you're an American, you're as emotional about winning the U.S. Open as you are about winning the Olympics.
Yeah.
But and it also depends on the surface too, because maybe if the Olympics is on the surface, it's not favorable. Like imagine someone who
like at
like
Wimbledon
a
and
clay
London
specialist
the other day,
and they have to play at
Oh, yeah.
Wimbledon for like in
the other
London.
day.
So yeah, it just depends. But I think the comment is not as it's not that accurate because it's not true at least because people it's very important to people and they're very emotional. Like what Justin was saying about how like Fed playing doubles and actually really caring about doubles and that sort of stuff. So
You saw Djokovic lose the bronze medal match and he was weeping.
yeah,
Like,
walking out.
walking off the court like he couldn't breathe. I feel like that just shows how much they care about it.
Yeah.
Like I don't completely agree with them. I'm just
Agree with
saying.
who? Oh wait, no, Bronze
Him,
agree-
him,
So
him.
Amy came in yesterday and she said, "I've had a long day. I want to argue."
I just need to get it out. No, but I just think Grand Slams. Like if you're gonna compare,
you would pick a
Olympics
Grand
and
Slam?
Yes, I would pick Grand Slam.
You?
To win
U.S.
Yeah.
Open
or to
Olympics?
play in?
You
US
either
Open?
win a Grand Slam or the Olympics.
Yo, BJ. Yeah.
I think I'd say U.S. Open. To win? Yeah,
Yeah.
U.S. Open. To-
Amy's point. Boom.
Exactly.
But
But that's what I'm
but
saying
just to
because he's
participate in, like, if it's not a guaranteed win, I'm just going to play. I would choose the Olympics over slam. I mean, it happens once every 4 years,
yeah.
and you're like an Olympian, which has gone back for however many years.
And it's way harder to make the Olympics than it is to make a
Grand
slam.
Slam, yeah.
Because you can
Yeah.
make the qualities of a slam and play and qualify and that sort of stuff. But to play the Olympics, it's
Okay,
a 64
Justin,
draw.
If you were gonna either win a Grand Slam or the Olympics, you would pick the Olympics.
I don't know. For me, they're not that different. Like for me, I think they're closer in my mind than they are to you.
I think so. What about you,
And if
Joey?
anything, Olympics might be a little bit more special. Like, I don't know. But I come
would agree with that.
I come
It's
from
a
an Olympic
special
country
win.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what we live for.
Yeah.
Like when we have a runner or somebody get a medal in the Olympics, it's the biggest
It's
thing.
like an honor for your country. Like
But you're from the U.S., so you have hundreds of medals every
hundreds
Olympics.
of winners every year.
So you probably get lost in the sauce a little
Yeah.
bit. But from the Caribbean and in the Bahamas, it's like you're a hero.
yeah.
You get a road named after you. You go into like a little Hall of Fame in the airport. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Justin Roberts Road.
you come back home. When you come back home, there's like a little parade at the airport
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
It's like a whole thing. So
I think I'm picking Olympics too.
I might get
Yeah.
more love from the Olympics winning the Olympics
Then
than
a
if I won a
Grand
Grand
Slam,
Slam.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing the same.
I just don't know if I would have a parade if I won the Olympics.
But your
When I
point
come back
yesterday-
to
your point-
Miami.
Your point yesterday was that winning the Olympics as an American female, you're not going to be as known as winning it, like Justin said, like as a Bahamian
Right.
male
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the
That's true,
Bahamas,
yeah. Yeah.
which is a fair point. But I still think it would be more than you
I
think
think
it
it's
is in your
special.
mind.
I think it's special to win it. I just don't know if it's as
If it's that special.
No, okay, you're making me sound so bad. No, it
But
is
you're a
special.
little bit less like than you were yesterday.
I mean, I'm on camera now. I gotta keep it calm. You know? But I'd still rather win a Grand Slam.
Would you rather lose in the finals of a Grand Slam or win the Olympics?
Ugh.
She said, ew.
That's a hard one.
That's tough.
Finals of a Grand Slam.
Okay,
or
just to
win the
play in,
Olympics?
Amy.
I
Just to
guess
play in. Let's say just
Okay,
play in.
just to play in.
Have a
Yes.
gold medal or losing the final of Islam.
Or have that little plate?
They give you a teddy bear too, like one of these little.
Oh, okay.
Just
All right,
today.
Olympics. All right. I'll do it for the teddy bear. No, wait, what was the question, guys?
Would you lose in the final of Islam
Uh-huh.
or win the Olympics? Win a gold at the Olympics.
I mean, I guess I'd win the Olympics.
All right, let's move on to the next question. So this is from Kian on Instagram. What are your thoughts on the underarm serve? And he says that they can be beneficial at the right time when the opponent is not expecting it. And how would you react to receiving one? Anybody?
It's never happened to me.
It happened to me a million times in the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's never
Aiden
happened.
Mayo did it like every other serve against me.
His brother too, huh?
Yes, they both did it against me.
They don't respect your legs, dog.
Who was it? Mutet was like recently played a match. I think he did an underarm serve, and he was like, "I think I'm just gonna underarm serve from now on." Yeah,
I don't get mad.
Yeah, in my mind, I mean, like,
it's fair game. I
yeah, I
don't get mad.
guess fair game. And a lot of guys return from pretty far back.
But
like-
it's embarrassing
like
if
Jet.
you like try to do it and it's like
And
really
it
bad.
messes
I think it's a tough shot to hit actually.
It's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, you have to practice.
If you don't do it a lot,
Yeah.
'cause you can. If you hit it bad, it looks very bad.
But
Terrible,
Aiden Mayo
yeah.
hits this one. It's not even underarm. It's just a
He
tap
just taps
over.
it
Oh,
over.
yeah?
Tap and he sprints in. It's a serve and volley too.
Is
Wow.
that fair? Because isn't it you have to be like ready for the return?
Yeah, but you are ready for the return. Like you're,
He's like
you're
bouncing
looking.
the ball, and then
He just does that.
His-
it's like a
his
it's like a
motion
quick
is-
serve.
yeah.
Yes, but the referee is looking. You're looking. He's looking. And everybody's looking.
The ball kids are looking.
What ball kids? I played him. Well, I played him. I had challenges. I played his brother.
But when
this weekend.
someone's bouncing the ball, you're not ready to return. You're just like chilling there, and then he just does something quick
Like are you technically ready when he goes like this,
when the man toss.
or when he's like this?
I don't know, but you lose that argument 10 times out of 10 with
No,
the umpire.
I know
I
you
know,
lose
we're
it,
just
but I'm
saying,
just saying, should it be fair? Deemed fair?
I mean, because the underhand serve is probably even quick.
Yeah.
It's just literally right here.
Because if they're going like this, then you're getting ready to run forward. But it's just like,
Yeah, they just it's random. It's like
I think it's fair.
yeah, I think so.
Have
too.
happened to you in women's tennis? Have you seen it in women's tennis?
I've seen my friend do it. Yeah, Quinn Gleason. She has really good hands. At the UTR here, she did it once.
Oh,
And there
really?
was a little bit of, I don't know if it was controversy, but they posted on Twitter and people were like, was the returner ready? Because the returner was like kind of getting ready and she just like did it.
That's to his point, like what he's saying.
Yeah. And then the girl was just like, and then, but I
Who
don't
won
know.
the point? She won the point.
Yeah, it was an ace, yeah.
No, I think it's fine. And I've never actually, to me, because it happened against, I played Keenan Mayo. He did it first point of the match. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be it's gonna be like this today. And then he didn't really do it that much.
First point of the match is crazy.
Yeah, first point of the match, ace. And then he didn't do it that much. And maybe when he did it, he lost a point or something. But then when he would do it, it's in like a big moment. So I think in my mind, it's like, oh, he doesn't want to hit the regular serve because the regular serve isn't working. So he's gonna try one of these other things. But I still,
But it didn't.
it works. I lost.
It didn't throw
anyways.
you off.
No.
Did it make it harder for you to return?
No.
Like, were you thinking like, oh, should I run forward or should I like, or was it
No.
just like just normal?
So he wasn't that good at it, or was it because?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Aiden Mayo, I think, is probably better at it. So maybe, but he didn't even do it that often either. Like he did it a few times, but it's never enough times for you to be like panicked about it.
Okay.
And on a big point, if someone does that, like, what are the chances they're gonna make it? You know, at least a good one.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like more like I look at it the other way. Less like, oh, do I have to be ready for this one? More like, if he's doing this, then he doesn't want to hit the regular serve. You know.
The only player I see do it right now is Bullock.
Yeah.
Does it often. But
I
he,
don't-
Which one does he do? This one?
yeah, underhanders. I think he won like full game like that, 4 points in a row. I think in Astana, I think he won 4 points in a game doing it.
But why do
Yeah.
people get upset?
It's not
Traditional.
traditional, I
it's not-
guess.
Like when
Normal.
Michael Chang did it, everyone was booing him.
Yeah.
But I think times are changing. Like more people are open to it now
Yeah.
than they were before.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think-
is it really that different from just a drop shot?
It's a drop shot.
Yeah.
That's what it is, basically.
Crazy
Right.
drop shot like this from this one.
I mean, it's a valid tactic.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I think it's hard to use well.
but if you can do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Especially against Jody, I guess.
It's okay. Now if you do it in
There's-
doubles, then
yeah.
it's a different
There's
story.
not that many girls that do it. I would say I don't think girls have hands like that.
You said it.
Not many girls.
And
Watch
that's it.
watch my next match. The girl's gonna come and just like, oh yeah, I just
I highly doubt that many people are listening to you
That
play
was Amy
for
Zhu who
tactics.
said that.
I hope they do it because
There's gonna be a clip on Instagram, and then you have to share it.
okay, all right, yeah, I have to share it.
All right, next question: how are doubles partners chosen at different tournaments? And okay, we can start with that one. I can answer it. So, doubles partners, basically, you have to pick it yourself. Like you normally coordinate with someone that you think you would play well with, or that's if you care about doubles. Most people don't really care that much about doubles, but if you do, you try to coordinate with someone who like wants to play a certain amount of weeks with you, like a certain schedule with you, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Like you do the communicating, the different ways that you can.
How'd you
either
do it
just-
for your last trip? You went on a 5-6 week trip
Yeah,
to Europe and Egypt. How did you?
I was in Pittsburgh in the summer, and I was staying with AJ and Carlos in Pittsburgh, and I think we knew that there was no hardcourt tournaments coming up in the US, and Carlos and I were just talking about trying to stay on hard, and Europe was the only place that had hardcourts at the time. So then it just ended up happening that we we're both gonna go over there, and we both don't know many people over there, so we just decided to play, and then we played 3 weeks, and while I was there, Josh was in communications with me about going to Egypt to play. So I actually didn't know in the middle of that trip. I didn't know where I was gonna go for the last 2 weeks, and then Josh like was messaging me and stuff. So I decided to go for the last 2 weeks with Josh. But I mean, I think it's very important if you want to get to the next level. You have to try and find someone. Like for me, for example, I have to try and find someone who is willing to play a lot of weeks on a surface that I think that I would be good at. And then you give yourself the best chance by playing a lot of weeks with the same person, because you get to know how each other plays, like how compatible you are with each other. Because doubles is huge about like.
How
Yeah.
important
So
is it for you to like the person that you're playing doubles with?
Yeah, for me that's hard, because I think I've realized I like to have fun. Like I like to enjoy it. I like when it's relatively light. Like it can't get too heavy. So, like for example, I think the most fun I had this year was in Pittsburgh with Darian, because it was kind of a thing where Darian was also focused on his singles. He had a few tough matches. So I didn't want the doubles matches to be tense. So we just kind of kept it light, kept it like fun, and just not taking it serious because we wanted to win, but like kind of just keeping doubles as it was. Like it's funny because when I was in France at the Challenger, I overheard a conversation with Freddie Nielsen, who won Wimbledon. Excuse me. And he was talking to one of the players there about doubles, and he was saying that at the end of the day, that's doubles. Like there's a part of doubles that it's about enjoying it, and it's not as tense as a singles match could be. And sometimes you would lose matches, and the reason is because it's doubles. Like doubles can change like this. Like you can be on top you win the first set, you are on serve in the second, or maybe you even up a break and then you lose the second, and then you play a 10-point tiebreak and lose the match. And you didn't really do anything wrong necessarily. And he was explaining that you have to just keep in the mindset that that's doubles. That's how doubles is, which is why I like it more. Also because I'm a little bit more successful at it than I was in singles. Winning is fun. So, but that's what I think the differences are.
How important is it, do you think, to find someone who's compatible with your game? Like, let's say if I like returning on the deuce side, and then I find someone else who also likes to return, but our rankings will get us to be a seed or in the tournament or something.
I think it's important because you can feel very uncomfortable that's like a quarter of the match if you're returning on a side that...
Or if, like, sometimes, like, there's one person who's good at net who likes to move, and the other person is the person that sets them up.
Yeah.
But what if you have two people who are both people who like to set people up?
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an
Two
example.
back.
On that same trip that I was in Europe, I played with Carlos. And, for example, I don't think our games necessarily match up well for doubles because he's not the tallest person, so he doesn't get that many free points on his serve. So I feel pressure when I'm at the net, which is not one of my most comfortable. When I'm already at the net, maybe I'm not as comfortable as if I'm coming in.
Yeah.
So that is a part of the game that didn't mesh well for us. You know, his service games was tough because maybe he told me that when he played with Zeke was just a wall. So maybe that covered up if he wasn't serving and getting 3 points. Zeke was just not going to miss volleys. He was just going to be all over the net. But I'm not like how Zeke is. So I think it's important, especially if you want to play at the highest levels, because you're going to get found out. Like people are going to, it takes one game in a set and the set's gone in doubles. So that's why I think it's important. And I think that's why Josh and I played well, and Abraham and I played well. Like when we played, and even Darian too. Like it was taking care of our serves. I played the side that I was more comfortable with most of the time. And yeah, so I think it's important. So.
What about you? You do very well in doubles. How much do you care about?
I don't care about doubles.
But he does well. Like when he plays doubles, whenever I see him play doubles, he does well. How much do you care about, one, the game style, and then two, the personalities matching up?
I usually just try to play with my friends. Yeah, I don't really think about game styles really. Yeah, because I think for me at least, the feeling of me being on court when I feel good is more important than like say something matches up with our games or something. So I feel like for me, I play with my friends.
Yeah, I'm the same. And it's not my priority, doubles, right? So I don't go to the tournament thinking about doubles. So if I'm gonna play, I want it to be an enjoyable hour and a half, as opposed to some guy next to me freaking out because he missed the volley or I missed the volley, and I don't even know him that well, so I don't really know how to console him. I don't know if he likes to joke at a big moment in the match or if he doesn't. And then
I've had a few stories of people.
Or the guy's coach is intense, and I'm just trying to enjoy the doubles match. That stuff,
Yeah.
I don't have time for it. So I'll play doubles with Evan, Jody, maybe Zeke, or Darian if we're gonna have fun.
There was
But
one time I played a doubles, and it was 15K in like somewhere, and then like I'm trying to work on my net game, trying to poach more, like instead of just standing there. I'm just like trying to go. I'm like missing a lot, and finally I missed one, and my partner looks at me and goes, "That was mine." And she was in the back. I was like, "Okay, sorry, I just won't move it anymore. You got it."
Yeah, then it's no fun to play anymore.
Yeah, after that, I was just like, it's hard to play.
And it can actually be like paralyzing
Yeah.
if you don't know how the other guy's gonna react.
Yeah.
Then it's not fun to be on the court at all. Like you don't know what to talk about, how to be. I don't think it's worth it if you're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I just think also singles can be so stressful sometimes if you're playing both. Like, yeah, just
Doubles has to be fun.
Yeah, doubles has to be fun. If it's stressful too, then might as well just not play.
Yeah. So what do we think about tennis without the big three, like without Fed, Nadal, Djokovic.
Didn't she have a second question, Cheyenne?
Oh, the biggest differences in the game. We kind of talked about.
Oh,
that.
she's talking about doubles again.
Yeah, it was about doubles. Like
Okay.
the difference between singles and doubles.
Okay. I think there's more to that, no?
Okay, go on. Go on, tennis guru.
For one,
You got two people.
2 versus 4. I would say singles, you have to be more of a complete player to be successful.
Or at
Yeah.
least know how to cover your holes.
Yeah. It's tougher, just physically, and like we said, mentally, it's all on you. Like, you don't really have anyone to look to. You can't really hide or set somebody up to finish it or anything like that. You kind of have to, be willing to play 3-hour-long matches and deal with the rough conditions on your own. I think singles is more stressful, and it's a lot of digging deep that goes on in singles matches that I don't really ever feel when I play doubles. For me, doubles is a lot more of a quick game that also the momentum swings can be a lot more drastic and things can just happen quick, especially with the deuce points. I don't know, it can get away from you pretty quick in doubles, but I feel like it doesn't do as much in singles. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys feel like... Sorry.
Okay.
Do you guys feel like you play different, more free in doubles than singles?
Yeah.
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 Because you don't really care.
'Cause it
Because
doesn't
it's like I'm just here for the vibes.
Yeah.
I think this is lighter. Like you try to make it lighter.
Are you tighter in double?
No, I play great in doubles, and I wish I could do it in singles.
You can probably. But you have to change the
It's just the
perspective,
way
probably.
you're thinking about it. Like in singles, you're like so serious, and doubles, it's just
I
like
think as well, when you play doubles, at least for me, let's say I'm playing with someone else and they make a mistake, I'm never angry with them.
yeah, you're like
Yeah.
I
"It's
almost
alright."
feel bad for them, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
We're good.
exactly.
But if you make a mistake
Yeah.
yourself,
And
you're
single,
like,
so
And
you're
you're,
like,
and
killing
you're talking to yourself
yourself.
the whole match,
Yeah.
which is a little bit more heavy
yeah,
if you don't have a good, I guess, self-talk.
self-talk. Yeah,
It's probably also better because in doubles, like, if I'm getting emotional about something, my partner may not necessarily be emotional about it. So maybe they can, like,
and like if your partner.
objectively give
yeah.
me advice.
And
to
if you
get
hit
me
a
out
good
of
shot,
it.
your partner's like, yeah, good shot. Like in singles, I never tell myself, well, I've been trying. But like before, if I hit a good shot, it's never like, oh, good job, Amy. It's just like, all right, like,
That's
Let's
supposed to
go.
happen.
yeah.
Oh, finally.
Finally, yeah, exactly. Finally.
Where's that bit?
Yeah.
Today, I thought Amy was having a bad day because I look across, like, all into
Okay, let's
practice.
put it on the record. Today, I played amazing. When was the last time you've ever heard me say that?
I've actually never heard you say that.
I played amazing, so it's on tape. I played amazing today, and then I hit an unbelievable shot. Stop.
Did you say so?
Whatever. No, I look across, she hits a clean inside-in winner, and I heard her go, I see her go like,
No. So
I'm
that's not
thinking
what I.
like,
No,
oh
no,
my
that's
God,
not what I
maybe
did.
it's out, you know?
That's not what I did. I went like this. It's like, what is going on today? As in, like, I'm surprised
the
how.
Michael Jordan shrug.
Sorry.
Maybe that's just your level, Amy.
Well, I hope so. I hope it shows up soon, more consistently.
I hope so.
I hope so. But what were we saying?
Why do you think you had a good day today?
I think the way I was thinking about, because I played a set this morning, and it was a bit like tense, like in my mind, like because I'm trying to work on something, and when that pattern happens, I'm like, oh, like what am I supposed to do? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? And it feels like it's paralyzing, and I do something like half in between all of them. You know what I'm saying?
So you do nothing.
Exactly. You do nothing. And it's like in the practice, I was just like, okay, I have this basic like mentality that I have. And I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna pick one thing. I'm gonna do it. Like if I'm gonna hit cross court, I'm gonna hit it. Not worrying about, oh, is this the right shot? Is it gonna be too short? Is it gonna be this? I thought I played unbelievable.
Just do that.
Felt free.
Yeah, exactly.
Just every time. All right, you're good.
Thanks.
You cracked the code.
Yeah. Watch out for me at the Olympics.
Okay, we're moving on now to the big three. What's
No, I want to know. No, I actually want to know because you recently stopped focusing on singles. and you focus on
Oh
doubles
yeah.
now.
Do you feel
Big doubles
different
guy.
in singles now when you're playing?
Do you feel happier?
I feel way happier. I feel way happier. What was the question you asked?
I guess all of those things. So, like, to you, what was the reason why you wanted to stop playing singles? And then, what do you
I
feel when you
haven't
play
fully
doubles?
stopped playing singles. Like I'll still play singles. I'm still like I'll sign up for tournaments and play singles. So I'm not
Okay.
fully stopped. I'm just like, to me, it's just opposite. Like before, I was training almost every single time for singles and never for doubles. Now I'm training specifically.
But
for
what about
doubles.
singles? Could you not? Did you dislike so much that you rather play doubles?
I felt like I've been playing since 2017 on the tour, training specifically for singles, and I have improved, but my performances on the court maybe have not, like on the match court, have not consistently been trending upwards in a way. Like I haven't seen the results that I felt like I was putting in the work for, and I felt like I had this talent in doubles that I never actually tried to work on. So like I explained it to a friend this morning because he was asking me about it. This pretty much the same question, and I told him that I'm 28, but I still feel like I can improve a lot in doubles because I haven't actually trained it, and I have like a decent amount of ability to learn to do these things. So like we're working yesterday and today on like some of the transition volleys, which I already do decently, but if I can do them really well, then I can keep getting better. Or like my movement at the baseline, it's not the same as the singles movement where you can like load up and hit a shot. It's more like you're transitioning through if you want to come in. So maybe like crossing over while you hit to get in, like inside in or inside out forehands and that sort of stuff. So I feel like I have the ability to improve a lot on these things that I never actually worked on, versus in singles I tried to work on a lot of things in my career and I never actually made it to where I feel like I could be. Like I think I've beaten good players, like players in the 700s, 600s, or I've played practice sets with guys even higher that I've won sets, but I haven't consistently done it enough in matches
So the
for my
vision,
ranking to go up.
the
And
vision
I
of what you think
lose
you can be in doubles is just much bigger.
much bigger, and I lost the belief in my singles game that I can actually make it to where I want it to be. And I don't know if maybe my success in doubles will give me some sort of looseness in singles, or a switch will come on that will make me feel like I have the ability to do it again. But for now, I'm not really worrying about it. I'm just enjoying doubles. Like it's been, I think, about 6 weeks since I decided that I wanted to just play doubles, and I've won a lot of matches since.
2 titles
So,
and a final. I mean, not too,
It's
life's not too
too
bad.
shabby,
Life's not too bad.
I mean, you know. So yeah. So back to Amy's.
So,
Whoever asked.
well, my
yes,
question
I am
was-
happy.
Oh, well, my question was, do you feel different on the singles court now than you did before?
Well, I haven't really played like. In what
you
way?
haven't played
Like,
that much.
like
You still play
ability
singles,
wise.
but you
Like-
haven't played
like,
any
do you
singles. No.
Because you don't care as much about singles anymore, like it's
No.
like a
Is
little
it
bit
more fun
free.
to play, or
No,
is it
no.
still stressful when you
No,
start
I
singing?
played. I played. So the few matches I did play, I was in Hungary and I played qualies.
Actually, you texted the group chat after the match. You said, "Dog, singles is not fun."
Horrible. It was horrible because in my back of my mind, I was like, I've been focusing on doubles and I want to play doubles, but I still don't like to lose.
Yeah.
So I still feel the pressure of the match because I felt like in the match in Hungary and the match in Sham, I lost both in 3 sets, and I'm thinking like if I'm focusing on doubles and I want to do well on doubles, why am I fighting so hard for these singles matches? And it was so much. It still felt like so much pressure. And there were matches where I was up in both. Like I won the first set. Maybe I think one of the matches I lost, I didn't lose serve. I just lost the second set tiebreak and third set tiebreak. And then the other one, I was up 8-4 in the third set tiebreak and lost. So I should have won both matches, but I did not have fun. And then I played main draw against a guy who was like 600, 700. Used to be like 300. I think I lost 4-4, decent quality, but still I was like, it wasn't.
Didn't enjoy the experience of
No.
playing a singles match.
Maybe that one more than the others because that guy in my mind is a better tennis player than I am.
The level is
So,
okay.
and the level of the match was decent, so I felt like it was relatively enjoyable, but the other ones I had zero fun. So,
Do you guys have fun playing singles? Like when you're playing, do you feel like I'm having so much fun?
do you love tennis? Or
No,
I don't know if fun is the right word.
I never.
It's challenging.
When you overcome the challenge. 'cause
Exactly.
the
That's
challenge is
that's the part where you feel good when you
Yeah.
overcome a challenge.
Yeah.
But when you're
But I
playing,
have fun sometimes. I laugh on the court. I enjoy hitting nice
You
shots.
don't laugh because it's fun. You laugh because you're upset about
No,
something.
that happens
and
too. That happens too. But I will smile and enjoy the singles match.
I feel I enjoy it when it's like we're both playing at a high level and it's like
And you're winning.
head to head. No, yes,
You're
yes,
just squeaking it out.
yeah. And it feels like it's a true battle, but it's like pain. When you're in the middle of it, it's pain. But when you get to the end, if you overcome that battle, that's where like the motions release
I
of
think
I
like,
think
every
I
match
think
is different too,
the
though.
feeling of winning
Yeah.
a singles match is probably still better than the feeling of winning the doubles match.
Yeah.
For
Because
me, by far.
you
Yeah.
work so hard for
Yeah.
singles, and also the match is more physical and that sort of stuff. And it's not just the day of the match, but it's like all that you've been through. So
Right.
the feeling of like conquering the match,
yeah,
it's like I'm better than you. You know, like
But I also really enjoy working on something
and seeing
and
it
talking
come
about it with my coach and figuring out how I want to play, and then executing that well.
and seeing it happen.
I
yeah.
enjoy that a
Yeah,
lot.
me too. Yeah.
So it's fun, maybe the wrong word, but it's satisfying.
satisfying. Yeah.
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 Like playing a good singles match is
It's
like a
satisfying,
great feeling.
Yeah.
You leave the court and you feel like today was a good day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But do you feel better if you won like 1-1 or if you won like 7-6, 6-4?
It depends who you beat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. True.
If you
Yeah.
win 6 in the
That's
third
true.
with someone that you view as not a good player, you don't feel great about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But if you beat someone who in your mind is great, or the ranking says that they're great,
Mm-hmm.
and you win 5 in the third, and you feel like 10
On
feet
top
tall.
of the world, yeah.
But you probably should feel good about those matches too, because good players also win when they don't feel good on the
Yeah.
day.
No, you tell
So you
yourself
have to
that story
take
after the match.
Just to keep the confidence up.
That's
That was a great
important.
match, Amy. Great match.
You gotta
That's
win
what
when
you have to do.
when you
You
don't
have to
feel
take
good.
the
No, that's
confidence from
true.
every
It's
little
true.
thing,
You have
'cause
to.
It's so fragile.
But
the
it doesn't feel that good. You have to tell yourself
You have
that that's
to
a good thing that
convince
you did.
yourself. Yeah.
Like great win. Way to pull that one out.
Way
Yeah.
to way to
Play
tough
bad
it
today,
out.
but
Way
I
to
got it
tough it
done.
out. Yeah.
I'm so tough. Whatever. Tell yourself whatever story you need to tell yourself, but it doesn't feel that great when you win playing like
Right. Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, we can move on now. So
That's the old me. Now I just have fun on the dance floor. But yeah. So moving on. What is tennis like without the big three? Do we think that the game is still going to like as much interest in the game now than with Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, and their rivalries?
I
and
think
whatnot?
thanks to Alcaraz, there's still like I don't know, there's wow factor in the game. I don't know. Sometimes when he's playing matches and you see the stuff he's doing, it's crazy. Like his game has a big personality. I don't know how to explain it.
First time
like-
we saw him live was ridiculous.
Yeah, you're like, what am I watching? Like he's always on offense. It feels like even when he's in the fence running, he's hitting crazy winners. I feel similar about Sinner's game, but for whatever reason,
It's not as
it's not as
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah,
But he hits
but
crazy
it's
shots.
unreal,
He's hitting
yeah,
the ball hard
unreal,
as anyone I've ever seen. But I don't feel like tennis has gotten less interest than it has in the past years, really. I mean, you had the times where you had the Federer versus Nadal rivalry matches, or whenever Federer and Djokovic played and Nadal Djokovic played, you felt like the whole world was watching those matches. But for the most part, the stadium still seem pretty full, and people still talk about tennis a lot. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's dipped that much. I thought it was gonna be worse, to be honest.
I think
Without
what
them.
Alcaraz is doing is so different in the sense that, like, when we saw him live in Miami, he's playing, I think Chilich is who he's playing that
Mhm.
match,
Yeah.
but standing so far back and like hitting the ball high and deep, but like not slow, like hitting as hard as he can. The ball's going all the way high in the air, coming down. Like, you don't see that often. Like, and he can still come in, play fast,
The
hit
next
drop
point,
shots.
He'll be like on top.
was
of the
doing everything.
baseline. Yeah.
He does every
Yeah.
single thing. So, and that's not something that you can necessarily see on TV. Like, if you see it live, you have even bigger appreciation. So I think it just also probably depends on what ATP does about their stories. You know,
Mhm.
like maybe they have
Mhm.
to kind of create these.
Because I think they're trying to create the Sinner Alcaraz kind
Yeah.
of story now.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it depends on. But I think in terms of enjoyment to watch, like Alcaraz is fun to watch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's a bunch of other players like Ben Shelton, right?
Yeah.
Amy's not the fan.
Why are you making me say?
Amy doesn't like watching these
What'd you say
big
earlier?
servers.
What did you say earlier about Ben Shelton, Amy?
He's awesome. He's dialed in, boy. Dialed in.
How mad at me would you be if I did this celebration after a match?
I wouldn't be mad.
You like it? This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
You?
I just think when he did it, it was like against Francis.
Why? Because you and Francis are good. You
No.
felt, like,
I just
protective of
thought no. It's just against two Americans. I feel like I don't know.
I think it was fine. And then when Djokovic did it too, I think it was fine too.
Yeah.
I know. I liked it when Djokovic did it.
You loved it then. That was funny.
Jeez, am I just like hot takes all
Yeah.
night tonight, or?
We need to add Amy to the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Amy says she wants to be
Am I the new AJ? Like.
What does that mean?
No, Amy's the creative director as of today. She's a creative
I just like
director.
creating conversation.
You're doing a great job.
You ever seen the podcast where there's like one person just on the side, just
Like behind the camera, and then
yeah,
they
behind the camera, and they have a mic, and
they butt into the
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
that used to be Amy on
Amy
the
should
podcast.
do that.
You actually might come on again in Canada
Maybe,
potentially.
yeah. We'll see what your lineup is.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
be a
see.
sub.
We'll see what the schedule looks like. Okay, last couple things. Coaching trials at Futures. Have you guys experienced that or no?
I did this past 2 weeks at Futures 25s, and I feel like it was the same, except they just talk louder. They just coach louder.
Because there's already coaching at Futures.
Yeah. Like, instead of whispering, like, oh, hit it to their backhand, they're like, oh, hit it to their backhand.
If that happens against me, it's panic, right?
Did you, you notice more coaches at the event, or was it the same one?
Actually, yeah, I did. I
Okay.
saw more coaches. People are, at least at the term I was, like, people from the same country were, like, hiring one coach to share.
Okay.
And then he was, like, just, like, for each match, just helping
doing
out.
his job.
Yeah.
That's probably good. That's probably good in like the sense that you can have coaches on the road now. Coaches are more inclined to coming on the road now than before.
No,
And if you
Yeah,
were to
actually,
split
yeah,
it with
that
a
is
group
true.
of
I did
players.
see more coaches, yeah.
Did girls share coaches or no? Because we heard
Oh.
recently that girls do not share coaches.
Yeah, I don't often see girls share coaches, no. That's
Would
not
you share
often.
a coach with other girls?
Who depends on who it is.
Okay, who are you close to? Who are you friends with on tour?
I have no friends on tour.
So nobody.
So no, she's
no,
not sharing. your coach.
depends if it depends on
I
who
don't
the
believe
coach
this
is.
answer at all.
Depends on who the coach is.
No, that's already a no.
No, I think in Edmonton I'm sharing a coach, because Oscar's gonna be there, and I think
With another girl.
with another girl.
No, you don't like the idea.
No.
Depends on who the coach is.
But what reason would you not want to share a coach?
I just think girls are more territorial. Like,
So you
this is
don't
my
want
coach.
So like, okay.
No, I don't know.
If you were playing a match at the same time as the girl that you're trying to
Oh,
coach
so
with,
that would be the problem. Like, like.
and
if
he watches your match 10% less than the other girl,
no,
would
like
that bother you?
he has to sit there the whole match.
No.
Oh,
If
10,
it was like
100 or
if I
0.
was at like 5-4 in the first end of a set or something, and he's over there, or she is over there, and they're in like the beginning of the second, then I'd be like, excuse me.
Stop much. Hey.
No, just kidding. But I don't think I would like sharing a coach.
Yeah.
It just depends
think
on who the girl
the way I
is. Like,
see it
if
is
we're
like-
good friends, like I've gone on trips where we shared a coach, but just depends on who they are. If like we get along really well.
The way I see it is better than no coach. Like sharing a coach
Sharing
is
a
better
coach.
than not having a coach, which is what a lot of the time on the road is
Just,
what we do.
just imagine, just like, well, did you see that point at 5-4? Oh no, you didn't, because you're over there. No, just kidding. I mean, for the finances that we have, like, yeah, that's probably the best idea. But
You think it's fair to have coaches at Futures? Because some people financially are
Equipped.
are not
So
as financially
it's like
equipped.
if I'm playing by myself and the other person has like a good coach on there and helping them in the match. I mean, in that sense, it's not fair. But like what Amy said, people coach anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe now my friend would want to just like who's already sitting and watching my match would just help
Say
me.
something,
You know?
Is that allowed? You have to be the official coach, or you can be anyone just coaching?
No,
I think if you sit in the
You
chair,
sit
you
in
can
the chair.
coach.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah.
You think it's good for
So-
tennis?
Sure, yeah.
Like even
Coaching?
if it's your friend, like if you were sitting in his coaching chair or
Yeah.
whatever, you can say.
is this
say whatever.
allowed? You're playing a
we were
match.
talking about this, yeah.
You're playing a match. I sit in your coaching chair, but someone's texting me, telling me
What to tell?
to tell you.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're watching the live
That's
stream.
allowed.
I think so.
Like, say I'm playing a match in a challenger. Jody's sitting in the coach's chair, and
Chris is here.
our coach, is watching through the live stream, and he's telling Jody what to
Yeah.
tell me.
Wait, why not?
Through
Why
the
wouldn't that
phone.
be?
Because what if like a better does that? What if I'm talking to a better and the better's telling me to tell? But I guess they could
I
do the
didn't even
same
think
thing with
about
the
You
coach.
can't be on your phone next to the court. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
allowed.
maybe that's why. Maybe you can't be on your phone.
Because of betting. It's not allowed.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Then yeah.
You gotta sneak it.
But the futures, no one's watching anyway.
You think it's
Yeah.
good for tennis, coaching?
There was so many betters in Madrid. I feel like
In Spain, it's crazy.
so many people just around the courts. Like, and I was so naive to it. I didn't know. And Carlos was like, for sure, these people are all betters. I was like,
Yeah, you get
Then
big
I
crowds in Spain all the
realized.
time because people are better.
yeah.
Middle of nowhere, I had that in Spain.
I had a
Crazy.
few people message me, "Hey, bro, how you doing?" I
Yeah, I don't
just
answer them.
know right
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
There's one time in Spain. There's this guy who he used to play tennis, and I think he got banned for match fixing. But the courts were like the fence, a road, and then like houses, and the road was not that wide, and he was there's a lamppost and it had a phone, like a charging thing in it or something.
Okay.
And he was standing there with his phone charged, and you can see the cord. And as soon as he's like, they're betting, and the tournament director had to kick him out and get a restraining order. He has a restraining order. He can't be like 500 meters from a tennis
Tournament.
yeah or something.
I've seen
Really?
it in Pensacola. There was like a group of them that got kicked out, and in England too. Like I've seen it a few times where like a group of them got kicked out. Because apparently what they do is they wear like a long sleeve shirt too, and they will have like buttons. So like they will say
Telling
like
exactly
left hand
what's
is if
happening.
Evan won the point, right hand is
Oh,
if
wow.
Justin, and they would like
Crazy. I'll ask again. I'll try again. It's good for tennis or not coaching?
Yo, what's wrong with you?
No, I asked
Got
it
a
three.
tough
I said
day,
three
or-
times now. No one answered me.
We were talking though.
Is
We had a
it good for
conversation.
tennis?
You think so or no?
Yeah,
How come?
It improves the product, you believe?
yeah. I think it improves the product. I think it also could add a little like when you watch the NBA and you see what the coaches are telling the players.
That's
Like
true.
I
maybe
think
it
that's
a-
interesting.
It
Yeah.
could add to the entertainment, like the product of.
Like on TV when they show the.
Yes,
what
because
he's
isn't
saying.
that the issue that they have? Like when they talk about golf, they say that golf has more value because of like amount of TV time each player is getting and all this stuff, and they can create all these stories and follow all the players and whatnot. Versus in tennis, it's just they come on, they play an hour and a half, and they're gone. You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
now you can add like more stories, like you can hear what the coaches is telling them,
Or
so you
like-
can see like this is what changed the match, this is what tactically this person was doing. Because lots of people just watch tennis, they don't necessarily know that this person is trying to do this specific thing until maybe they hear a coach say it. You know?
Was it only the UTS, or was there another tournament where they had like the coach has headphones and can talk to the player?
I don't know.
Headphones.
I saw it at UTS, but I don't know where else.
I don't remember.
But I think it's cool. Like they had it at US Open. You can hear Ferrero talking to Alcaraz and that sort of stuff. Like
Yeah.
that stuff's cool. So, but even further down, like I think it adds value at the futures even because now, for example, Chris was saying to us that he doesn't know how much he can impact our matches at the futures before versus if we play a challenger, if he's there watching, he can coach us through the challenger matches. So now he can do the same thing at futures. So if that's his logic, I'm sure a lot of other coaches think the same thing. So maybe now a lot of other coaches are going to be more inclined to go to futures, which is better for the players. Probably, I don't even know. Probably at the futures is not better for the product. Maybe it raises the level. I don't know, but I think it's better. For sure. Maybe not for women's if y'all don't share coaches. But for men, I think it's better. What do you think?
Yeah,
You asked the question, you have a thought or what?
I was curious what you thought, but I'm not sure. Part of me is a traditionalist in the sense that
It's like a
it's one
gladiator,
versus one
yeah.
out there. You get your coaching before you go on the court.
So underarm
And
serves
you-
a no-go then. It's
Huh?
a traditional. Underarm serves no-go. Since it's so
I
traditional.
said in this sense.
Right.
This guy. Part of me likes the idea that it's me versus you, and that's it. Whoever can figure it out the best wins the match. For example, even today in practice, I'm practicing with a junior, and the other coach Shriek is behind the court, and he's telling them how to serve and what to do, and it makes it much more complicated for me.
Yep.
Because even though he has the ability to do these things, and
If he doesn't have it in
he
his
doesn't
head,
have it in
yeah.
his head to do certain things to kind of mess me up, he's not gonna do that, and I'm gonna win easier.
Yeah.
So it can definitely impact the outcome of a match if someone can just outright coach point to point what to do and what not to do. But I guess if it's gonna be a part of tennis, I see where the value is. I can see how TV time and just that extra little bit of story for the viewer who doesn't watch tennis really might be interested in what the guy's saying, which might get to keep attention a little bit longer. So I can see both sides. But me as a player, I think I prefer without coaching. If I had to say today, I would probably say without coaching. Did that answer your question?
Well said. Yeah, it does.
Good.
I don't agree with what said. But then again, I don't play singles, so
But the doubles player on tour all have coaches there as well.
Coach each other.
I did not realize that there were so many like double specific coaches.
Yeah.
That's actually it's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Last but not least, it's not even tennis related, but people have been asking us about selling shirts, like selling the. Do you have the changeover
Oh, yeah.
shirt?
Can you grab that from there?
We have this
You wanna hold
changeover
it up?
shirt, and a few
give it to
people have
Jody, or-
asked, or you can just hold it up so people can see. This was
model
AJ's idea actually.
That's the back of the shirt.
That is the back. That's the front. CEO on the front. Our logos and everything was designed by my sister. So
Oh,
shout
really?
out to Ali. Yeah,
Cool,
Ali did
yeah.
everything.
That's awesome.
And then it was AJ's idea to put it on a shirt. Yo, what's going on? You holding it like this. So,
called
They can
advertising,
see,
bro.
So the people can see.
Promo.
but we have only like 20 of these shirts, and they're pretty much all gone now because we've given it to a bunch of guests and like friends and family and whatnot. But
So they're limited edition.
they're limited
Yeah.
edition. No, we have like 3 left.
Exactly. More.
But, let us know, I guess, in the comments if you guys like the shirts, and then we can look into trying to print more and try and
And
get
what
those
other
out.
clothing you would like? Maybe if you would like a hoodie or
Hats
hats,
or
or
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe we can come up with a good, I don't know, merch campaign.
Yes. And then the other thing is, like I discussed with 1 or 2 people about Patreon. So if you guys are interested in a subscription based, like what is this? Like in purchasing a subscription, what would you guys like in return? So is it going to be like, what kind of content would you like? Is it more like coaching? Are you interested in more behind the scenes of how we, I guess, like how we train, how we eat, how we go about scheduling, all this stuff?
Maybe
Like
some sort of
talking to our
interaction, like a
coaches.
Zoom.
Yeah, if we can do Zoom coaching or Zoom calls or whatever, just to give like what's the word? Like to give you advice or give you, I guess, just talk from experience, that sort of stuff. Just let us know, I guess, in the comments below, if Patreon is something that you guys would be interested in subscribing to, and what kind of stuff you would like in return. But yeah, we've been doing good so far. Also, Pro Stringer, thanks to the few people who have already purchased Pro Stringers. We heard that a few people have bought, so that goes a long way. It helps us pay for
With the
editing
code.
costs. Huh?
With the code.
Yeah, with the
Changeover.
code. Yeah, and if you haven't gotten one, and you need a machine, you get a Pro Stringer, $100 off in the gift shop, and that's pretty much it. We've been doing good, so continue to like and subscribe.
Doing well.
We've been doing well. Thank you. So thank you. Anything else we need to cover, people?
Nah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
this is fun. Yeah.
Thank you to our creative director for coming on today.
Hey, me.
And nice to have Evan back. All right, thanks everybody. Next week we go to the PanAm Games, so we'll try and get a bunch of content with a bunch of different people and probably other athletes as well. Like we'll probably talk to some swimmers and hopefully some track athletes and that sort of stuff.
That'd
So
be
it
cool,
wouldn't
yeah.
be just tennis; it'll be other things. So we'll try and see what we can learn from them too. So we're excited for that.
The
And we'll-
Olympic sports.
I didn't say I didn't like Olympic sports.
Amy's not gonna watch those contents.
Amy's not gonna creatively direct those
Oh
podcasts.
my gosh.
But all right, thank you everybody. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next week.